We're rolling. Hi, subscribers. No, maybe the Zoom will work. Oh yeah, it will. Now that I'm going through the computer. Okay. Back as far as it can go. As you can see, different background. I'm up in an attic. I know I've been saying for, I don't know, maybe a year, quite a few months, that there's going to be some life-changing decisions. But I didn't want to say anything, just in case things didn't pan out, or I would say something and everything backfired on us. The life-changing decision was to buy a house. Obviously, when there is when there's a death in the family, sometimes you inherit things, sometimes you don't. My wife inherited some money, and instead of going on a vacation and buying a guitar and a drum set and blah blah and staying where we are, we decided to use her inheritance and buy a house. So with this house, there's 4 levels. There is the basement, which my son is in. It's almost like an apartment because it has a fridge and stove and sink and bathroom and bedroom and kind of like a living room area. So in the beginning when we looked at, this is like the 4th or 5th house that we looked at. The attic was the deal breaker because I knew my son and I couldn't share the basement because I want my own separate space and he wanted his own separate space, just like the previous house we were in where he had a bedroom, I had a bedroom, and kind of like a basement hallway. Went downstairs, looked at the basement, and it was perfect for him, but I'm thinking there's no way he's going to be in a bedroom and I'm going to take a living room area, and neither one of us have privacy. So I said the attic is the deal breaker. So my wife wanted to look at the rest of the house. I'm like, fine, but I'm telling you right now, if the attic isn't ideal for me, we're not taking it. We're not going to put in an offer. So we came back upstairs to the kitchen, dining room, and living room. Wow, so nice. Came upstairs to the bedrooms. That was why my son had to take the basement, was because if he wants a bedroom, it's going to have to be in the basement, because underneath me, technically the 3rd level from the living room and dining room area, there's only 2 bedrooms. So my daughter's bedroom is in the back of the house, and our bedroom is literally right underneath me, with a bathroom in the middle. So I said, okay, here we go. Here's the deal breaker. Opened up the door, started walking up the steps, and I'm like, wow. I don't know if you can see in the camera, but there are 2 shelf-like cabinets right here. And there's one down in the bedroom. And there are 2 right here. They were all against this side of the wall. And there was a 2 hangers with a metal pole here for like hanging clothes or something. I'm like, I don't know what they were using the attic for, but I'm like, you know what? I think I can use this space. I think it's wide enough. It's long. I think it's big enough for my stuff. So we talked to the real estate, and when I said we were talking to some pretty powerful people, I was referring to real estate agent, lawyer, bank, mortgage broker. We asked the real estate agent once we put in the offer, said, can we actually go back, look at the house, and do some measurements? He's like, yeah, absolutely. So I grabbed my tape measure and I measured my amp, my TV, my speakers, my computer desk, everything. I'm like, okay, can I get this stuff up here and still have room and be comfortable? So I measured the width. On the real estate website, it said that the width was 5'11". Whatever the width on the website said was wrong. Maybe they were measuring from the cabinet to the pole. I don't know. But from this side of the wall to this side of the wall, I'm pretty sure is 8 feet. Much more than 5'11", 6 foot. My son is 6'2", and he can actually lie on the floor with his feet up against the wall and still have a bit of room in between his head and the other wall. So width-wise, I think it's 8 feet. But from the window to right behind the camera is a closet and a wall and a closet. And the stairs are right there. It's like 14, 15 feet. I'm like, yeah, I can make this work. This will work. So, I haven't made a video for almost a month now because a lot of shit went down. We moved in April 2nd, and I took a week off work. Things at work changed too, became full-time, and I've been given quite a few new responsibilities, so I've gotten pretty busy at work. I had to take a week off to pack, to move, unpack, and we're still kind of unpacking, but when I first got up here, it was just a fucking shit show disaster. I had to move things around and just organize it the way I wanted it. I'm using the video camera because I know I packed it, I still can't find it, and it's not ideal. I've been using, in the previous house, I've been using the Shure SM57 to record my cabinet, my amp. And I had the SM57 running directly into the computer to use the OBS Studio, but I realize now I need to run it into a proper audio interface. So I'm going to be getting the Focusrite Scarlett audio interface to record my guitar properly into the computer. And I want a new mixer too. So recording my guitars directly into the computer can't be done at this moment because I don't know where the hell the cord is, and I want to get a proper audio interface to be able to record properly. So I'm going to rely on the video camera. Hopefully it'll sound good. I think that's about it. That's what's... because it's inheritance, because someone passed away, we knew for about a year that this was going to happen. When this individual was very sick, we knew it was going to happen, and we knew how we were going to get the money and where the money was coming from. So we started making all these plans. Then we got some advice from some other family members saying, and I didn't understand it, saying, why don't you invest it in something? And I'm like, What? I wasn't familiar with investments. I thought they meant, how about you take all that money and put it into like stocks and bonds, like play the stock market, or put it into a company like Tim Hortons, and hopefully in a couple of years the money will grow. I'm like, are you fucking nuts? Why don't we use that money? We're never going to get that kind of money ever again. Why don't we enjoy it somehow? Then I was told, no. Invest it, as in use it as a down payment and put it into a house. Oh, so then we started looking for houses. Went to the bank to see if we could get a loan. It got approved, and that's when we got introduced to our real estate agent and all the other people we were talking to. So then we just started looking. So the last video I did was Kelly Clarkson Walk Away. That was at the previous house. I have made a few videos in this house, up in this attic, but I didn't want to post anything. I'm going to post this one. I have no idea how the sound levels are going to be. Not a clue. So I'm just going to wing it, and hopefully it'll sound good. If not, you're going to have really horrid audio until I learn to, gotta turn that down, gotta turn that up. So I'm probably just going to play one cover right now and then listen back on it. So this is going to be Korn's song Need To, and then I'm going to listen back and see if all the levels are how they are. I know I'm going to have to turn down the bass, so maybe I don't. I don't know yet. We're going to find out in a second. I think I can hit this one button and pause this. So I'll be back in a second with my guitar strapped to me. Alright. Now when it comes to lighting, I have no idea. I don't know if you're going to be able to see me because I got the window right there. You know what, let's cover up the window. I don't know if that's going to make a difference or not. Yeah, so let's do Need To. one more thing I would like to bring up and mention. Remember in the video a couple months ago, I mentioned that I really liked the Ernie Ball Prodigy picks, just for the size and the thickness. These ones right here, the Ernie Ball Prodigy. But it was a bit too big, so I bought some sanding blocks from work. And I shaved it down a little bit, just so that it was the size I liked. Ideally, it was this pick right here that I want. The Jim Dunlop Extra Heavy. Long McQuaid doesn't keep them on their shelf. And it would cost me the same amount of money as the pack just for them to restock it. I'm like, I'm not paying double the price just to get to these picks. They're on Amazon. But every time I go on Amazon, they're sold out. Well, just before we moved, I went on Amazon and there were 3 packs left. It said only 3 remaining. Fuck it, I'll buy 2. So I bought 2 packs of these. Each pack has 12. So what I do, I take a knife and I score it. I put lines in just for grip because I sweat so much. So these are the picks I now use. And each time I go on to Amazon, and if they have a pack, 2 packs, 3 packs, fuck it, I'm buying 2 packs. And I'm just going to stock up on them. Hopefully this sounded good. Like I said before, I was recording my guitar through an SM57 directly into the computer and then adjusting the levels in OSB Studio, but I want a proper audio interface and I've yet to get one, so I'm going to be getting one soon with a new mixer, and hopefully I can record my guitar a little bit more professionally. So I'm going to watch this video back and see how it sounds. Maybe I'll come back and do another one, probably will, if I figure out I have to adjust something. So thanks for tuning in and welcome to my new space, my studio attic.